The proverbial tree of life in Philippine folklore, the coconut, before it can sprout out of the nutshell and grow to full blossoming, had to fight its way against the vicissitudes of nature and the cruel waves of adversities. Like the coconut tree, our seminary has also experienced the crises of time. From its very foundation, it had faced the years of darkness and struggled bravely against the cruel nightmare of countless trials. Now, on its 50 years of existence, St. Pius X Seminary enjoys a bubbling vitality and faces the future with high hopes and visions and renewed vigor. While contemplating the glorious colors the seminary now enjoys, our hearts and minds are drawn to the sacrificing men and women who were responsible for all these bountiful blessings we now enjoy. This, then, is the significance of recalling to mind the history of St. Pius X Seminary. The creation of the Diocese of Capiz on May 28, 1951, by virtue of the Apostolic Letter Ex Supremi Apostolatus, brought with it greater duties and obligations on the part of the bishop and the laity. One of these grave duties was putting up of a diocesan seminary to yield priests for the rich harvest of the diocese. His Excellency, the late Most Reverend Manuel Yap D.D., first Bishop of Capiz, envisioned the construction of a seminary, but unluckily, it was not realized before his term ended. Hence, the work was left to be carried out by His Grace Most Reverend Antonio Frondosa D.D., the late Archbishop Emeritus of Capiz. Realizing the meager income of the diocese, the construction of the seminary seemed to be difficult, but the late Archbishop Frondosa never gave up to the challenge of the difficult. With his courage, determination, and the generous support of the faithful, the dreamed edifice became a reality. For the purpose, Dr. and Mrs. Catalino Albar donated a lot for the bishop's residence, adjacent to the 3.3 hectares donated by Mr. and Mrs. Pedro Alba for the seminary site. August 13, 1953, marked the laying of the first cornerstone of the Capiz Diocesan Seminary. On the same day, the bishop's residence was inaugurated. On September 3, 1953, feast of Pope St. Pius X, the first half of the seminary was blessed by then Auxiliary Bishop Teofilo Camomot and Archbishop Jose Maria Cuenca, both of the Archdiocese of Haro, of which Capiz is suffragan. Upon the insistence of the Papal Nuncio Monsignor Vagnosi, when he saw the half-finished seminary in 1956, Bishop Frondosa issued Circular Number 3/57 on May 31, 1957, announcing the opening of the Diocesan Seminary and appointing Reverend Father Jaime L. Sin, its first rector. SPXS on its first years was staffed by 7 priests with 5 lay teachers and 33 pioneering seminarians. Finally, upon its completion, the whole seminary edifice was blessed on June 13, 1959. Its academic formation, classical secondary course, was given government recognition by the Department of Education on April 21, 1961. St. Pius X Seminary is situated at the heart of the Lawaan Hills on top of a knoll, rising more than 30 feet. The architectural design is a modern style, designed by Mr. Arceo Cruz. The rest of the plans, designs, and specifications were prepared through the suggestions of the late Bishop Antonio Frondosa. The top of the hill affords a panorama of the valley. The coast ranges from Colasi Port to Panay Town and the cascading mountains of Loctugan and Ibisan. The site offers the advantages of frequent, gentle breeze, even during the warmer summer season. The climate remains mild throughout the rest of the year, that a former papal nuncio to the Philippines, Most Reverend Egidio Vagnosi, once claimed that St. Pius X Seminary is the best located seminary in the entire Philippines. Now, on its 50th year of existence, the St. Pius X Seminary, a seedbed of priestly formation, continues to nourish the seeds of vocation of the seminarians and nurture them until they grow in wisdom, age, and grace before God and man. Behind the walls of this seminary, the frail human is silently transformed into a divine masterpiece. It is in here that another Christ, Alter Christus, is born.